So I'm going to begin by recognizing Georgica Green Ventures and Dave Gallo, who is here with us today. And Georgica Green is definitely in the house. We just kept doing table after table for them. So Dave basically says that he's driven by the belief that people of all backgrounds deserve quality, affordable housing, and that affordable housing really is a benefit to all communities. And I have to tell you that if you're not in this world of housing development or being familiar with fair housing issues on Long Island, you know, that's not what the majority of people think. The majority of people believe that affordable housing should only be over there and not really something that is seen as an asset that should be available in all communities. And that people who need affordable housing should be able to access the resources and the benefits that are available in some of our communities that have been successful over the years at not allowing racial diversity in their community. I'll put it like that. And so they've closed on more than 1,000 affordable units with $500 million in total development costs. The Riverview Lofts, a storm recovery 116-unit development in Riverhead, is an example. The Pound View Homes, a rehabilitation of a former public housing project built in Manhasset. Sandy Hollow Cove Apartments in Spionk Commons, a 66-unit scattered site development which represents the first workforce housing built east of the canal. And Grand Street Apartments, a modular construction of 77 units of affordable senior housing in Newcastle. And he's also done stuff in New York City. So CEO Dave Gallo was recently awarded the top Smart Growth Project for the Riverview Lofts by Long Island Business News and was named one of New York's 10 rising stars in real estate by City and State, New York. Please welcome Dave Gallo. And then we'll do pictures.
Nope, we are good. Hey. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank you all. It's such an honor to be here tonight. So many, friends and colleagues, people that we work with that are here. Really, thank you so much for coming out this evening and supporting such an amazing organization. To Elaine Gross and Erase Racism. I'd also like to congratulate both Dr. Tatum and Dr. Lewis. It is an honor to share this evening with you. Both of my parents are here tonight, and they probably wish I was a doctor. But I think the work we are doing in affordable housing has a lot of merit. So saying that, I hope to convey how much this award means to me, and not just to me, but everyone at Georgica Green Ventures. I am so proud of the work that we do. I am so fortunate to work with the team that I do. Really, it is all of their hard work and their dedication and willingness to stand up for what is right in the face of serious, serious opposition. It is what we've done that has taken what wasn't possible, but is now possible. We're building affordable housing in Southampton. The Southampton Authority is here tonight. Curtis and Bonnie, thank you for your partnership. We're building affordable housing in the town of North Hempstead with the North Hempstead Housing Authority in Manhasset, Great Neck, and Roslyn. But it is really everyone at GGV that doesn't give up in the face of opposition, and thank you all. So, my wonderful wife, Melissa, often, yes? Yeah. She often reminds me that as a straight, white, able-bodied male, things work differently for me than they do for other people. And it's really not something that I've recognized too recently, but working in affordable housing has brought these inequities to light over and over again. So the first time I was here was in 2013, when a good friend and mentor of mine, Bob Pescucci, was receiving the same award for Jobco Incorporated. It was right at the start when Lou Grassi and I founded Georgica Green Ventures. It was that evening that I heard things that motivated me to bring affordable housings to places like Southampton, or to places that people thought weren't possible, or they were too affluent to receive affordable housing. So many people will ask me, Dave, have you always known that you've wanted to work in affordable housing? And the answer is no, and I'd like to share a personal story with you. The closest I had ever gotten to affordable housing was in high school, delivering pizza to Spinney Hill Homes. In fact, I think we have one of our teachers from Schreiber High School here. Yes? Hello. Hi. Yes, hi. So, but we noticed as we were sitting over here. Anyway. So back in high school, before GPS, which I imagine now would make delivering anything a lot easier, I was delivering pizza. And I was delivering pizzas to Spinney Hill Homes, which was a 1950s public housing project, synonymous of the public housing projects that most people think of. 50s, 60s housing, no sense of being somebody's home, no air conditioning, no heat, rodents in the walls, and really drug deals going down. That existed 5 miles from where I lived. I returned to Spinney Hill years later, back in 2007, but not to deliver pizza, but to potentially redevelop the site. And while I was there, I ran into someone that I went to high school with. And it was right then and there that he started to talk to me what it was like growing up there. And I was also meeting with the maintenance staff. And he explained to me all of the things that he didn't have. And it was at that moment that changed me, that I had realized that I had never seen things that he had seen growing up. While my parents are here, and they were divorced and had a tumultuous marriage, I had a great home to grow up in. I had heat, right? I had hot water. I had things that he had never or rarely had seen, and that fueled the passion to develop better affordable housing. And it's that chance meeting that drives me to build better affordable housing every single day. And we are making progress. As Elaine mentioned, the new law that passed is huge for this industry. The ban on discriminating against wages is a very big deal, and I want to thank Elaine and Erase Racism for taking that on and doing that. Congratulations. So that is what progress is, step by step and law by law, and as I'd like to think about it, building new developments and new communities over and over again. So back to 2013 with Bob Pescucci. Ken Chenault was also receiving an award, former president of the American Express, former president of American Express. And he shared a quote from Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, that the purpose of laws is not to change the heart, but to restrain the heartless. That night I went home and I read that speech over and over again. In fact, I wrote Ken Chenault a letter saying that I think that it touched me so much that I realized how true it is. And I couldn't help but think that if only minds were as easily changed as laws, because we know that there are so many people still breeding ill thoughts, but there's laws there. But we have to take steps forward. So I think about that often. And here's the problem. I have seen the heartless. My office has seen the heartless as we've continued to develop affordable housing in communities. Some people are subtle. They'll say, it's not that we don't want minorities, but it's bad for the traffic, it's bad for the bays. Some people haven't been so subtle. There's been KKK members that have distributed racist flyers at our hearings here on Long Island. Host of a civic barbecue that refused to let me in because Georgica Green Ventures was proposing an affordable housing project in their neighborhood. A prominent lawyer who spit in my face in front of 50 people because of the affordable housing we were intended to build. And then what I would consider the worst offender, who, quote, said, "We're not looking for any H's and N's living in their neighborhood." So as my wife Melissa mentioned, the world indeed does not work the same for everyone. My team and I were stunned, but yet more determined than ever. And I speak to you here today. We are developing in Amagansett, 2 in Southampton, in Manhasset, and in Great Neck. And we are bringing affordable housings to all communities, something that we are very, very proud of. I'm not done. 2 more minutes, 1 more second. Thank you. Report. And this is what I know for sure, that the diversity of income and race they will bring is something that will make these communities better and stronger, and perhaps change some of the heartlessness. Tonight, I accept this award and really want to thank my family. My mother and father are here tonight, my wife Melissa, my daughters Estella and Audrey for their steady and ongoing support. And I also want to thank every member of Georgica Green Ventures, Lou, Matt, Allie, Allison, Jessica, Kent, Lindsay. It's your knowledge, your dedication that is the passion and heart of this company. Thank you all.